do you love humanity enough to save it?
Tom, you said in an interview that with any film, you try to hit the 3 E's, which is entertain, educate, and enlighten.
And enlighten, yes.
So do you think that Inferno hits those 3 E's?
Well, I think you don't always hit them, all right, quite frankly. There is certainly, it's a very entertaining movie. I mean, it rides like a rocket. It's got great characters. And the plot is one that you're really quite thrilled, great performances. Enlightening, I think that because it deals with this concept that we can all relate to, which is overpopulation, and it very clearly, almost positively, explains the dangers that are inherent, the future that we're facing. I think there is a degree that there is a thought, if enlightenment means that you spark in the audience a thought and a wonder that they had never had before, well, I think it does do that. And I think it does educate to a degree. There's some interesting stuff in there about the history of Dante and a city like Florence and some other places around the globe. Whether it does it with capital letters or not, I probably not. But popular entertainment does land in this place very often, where all 3 of those things are brought about by nothing more than a very successful, well-made piece of commerce, which I think definitely Dan Brown's books are, as well as Ron Howard versions of them are as well.
I think Hollywood has done it very successfully when they make a film with sci-fi films or big studio films, but this is for a mass consumption. But still, they incorporate or weave a kind of intellect into it, which makes you reflect about certain things, and that's what is wonderful about this film. That I don't know whether it gives you any solution, or you can give any one solution to this problem, but it is a problem which is concern for everybody, which is of population, and it hits you hard.
And both of you, in a sense, represent the common man. I mean, we love you because we recognize ourselves in you. But as cinema is getting more and more fantastical, as it gets more about comic books and superheroes and sequels and franchises, is it harder for the 2 of you as actors to find characters who have a certain authenticity or humanity about them? Is it harder?
I think in Hollywood you still have a very diverse kind of industry, so I don't think Tom is having any problem with it. But our industry is still growing, and they are bringing these new kind of cinema where the ordinary man can become extraordinary, can become a hero by his choices. So that's why I'm trying to put my one foot in Hollywood, so that I keep getting those kind of chances.
Well, you established that a long time ago. I'm sorry, along with just Slumdog Millionaire alone. But there is still plenty of opportunity. What's different about it is the economics. There had been very much part of the movie-going audience was hell-bent on seeking out these kind of films. They actively pursued them. Now, probably much, and I think every decade has gone by, they might have done it less and less. There's always been trends. Like I grew up during every movie seemed to be about disasters. A building caught on fire or a ship sank or what have you. And now superheroes and those type of movies go along. There's still ample opportunity to find those stories and play those roles. Whether or not they receive a wide release that plays around the world, or whether or not they are just seen eventually by way of what we have in the United States, Netflix or on computers or what have you, that's a different story.
What's the most important quality for an actor to have?
Well, I think lack of self-consciousness, more than anything else. I think, the trick is forgetting who you are and no longer trying to be oblivious to the exterior physicality of who you're playing. I think I'm always battling against self-consciousness, still do, and it only really works is when you stop wondering how you look or how you sound and you just embody the character. And with certain filmmakers, that comes out more so than in some others, and also in certain roles and certain material.
Like initially, when I was taking training as an actor, for me this was the biggest thing. I thought I have done the wrong choice. I should have done street plays for 6-7 months, and I should have gotten over with this
The
shyness, the self-consciousness, shyness. I'm still a very shy person, but you know, the practice teaches you. But I think for me, what has become more important in this process is what the story is doing to the audience, what it's bringing, you know, what experience it's giving to the audience, and what it's doing to the audience. You know, I remember I used to watch some commercial cinema, and I used to get engaged and involved in this cinema. But as I used to come out of the theater, I used to yawn a lot.
Used to yawn?
Yawn a lot, you know. I kept yawning, and I used to think that something has taken out, you know, something has been sucked out of me. But there is cinema which I started watching after I came to drama school, which used to create a kind of spell around me, and I used to be in that spell. I didn't want to interact with anybody, and that is something which I want to achieve as an actor, that I keep doing things which stays with the audience, you know, and which starts interacting with the audience after you come out of the theater. You know, that is becoming, you know,
Create
that's,
spells.
yeah, it's become much more important for me right now.
Yeah, there's that moment in when you come out of the movies, you think, thank God I saw that film.
Yeah, exactly.
My life is better
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I went to the movies for the last 2.5 hours, as opposed to coming out of the cinema saying, should we get something to eat?
Yeah,
we got time to eat, right? Let's go get something to eat. That's bad. That's bad.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Nice talking to you.
Thank you. For more videos, subscribe to Film Companion. You can also check out our website, www.filmcompanion.in.